Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Herb and I welcome you to the lazy river. What's going on, guys? This is Herb at the lazy river. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and today we are checking out this bad boy over here. This is a cube tank that I built. No idea how many gallons it is. It has some very weird specs to it, but it's a cool little tank. I would like to do a little bit more to it, but you know, it's had some time to cure and we're just going to find out if it holds water. So let's check that out. Alright, we got our bucket of water here. We're going to pour her in and see what happens. Alright, we've got her all filled up. She looks crystal clear. It looks really cool in there, as you can see. Got all the sides sealed up. Let's see if this bad boy holds water. I got a few things I got to do today, so we'll come back later and see if anything's leaked. If you guys think this is cool and you want to see the progress, make sure to like, follow me at the Lazy River USA, and I'll give you updates on this. Alright guys, see you later. Peace. So we're back and it's nighttime now. And we're coming here to check on the tank progress. It does look like there is a leak in the tank. As you can see, there's a lot of water on the floor and the tank is dripping. You see right there. But you know what? That's okay, because at least I know where the leak is coming from and I can fix that. We're not trying to impress, we're just trying to do this hobby and we're trying to get it right. So it is a little bit of a bummer, but it's not a big deal. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lazy River. This is Herb and today we're going to do a brief cube update. In the last episode, if you guys were following it, you would have known that there was a leak in this lazy cube. As you see here, I've put some silicone around the cracks in the bottom, as well as the insides. Now, mind you, I'm not a professional tank builder, and this silicone does look a little gloppy. I am going to clean it up later, but for now, that's what it is. I can't really say too much more about it. In here we have the turtle tank. I believe it's a 75-gallon fish tank. I got it for free. I found it and it holds water, so that's cool. Right here we have the Whisper 60 cartridge hang on the back filter, as well as down here I have a sponge filter. The reason why I'm using a sponge filter is for a little bit extra filtration, as well as, you know, later on, if I want to, I can pull that out. It has a lot of beneficial bacteria on it. I can use it to start another tank. Up here, we have the basking area. It consists of some Malaysian driftwood as well as some grapevine wood. I do zip tie these together and I keep them propped up on top of a Folgers coffee can with some rocks, just to get above the water. I keep a lot of rocks and driftwood on hand just so as I can play around with the basking area. Each time I do it, it turns out a little bit differently. Over here we have the UVB and heat lamp pointing right at the basking area. The plants are bamboo. You have a little bit of hornwort down there. Turtles don't really like to eat that too much, which is pretty good. And it looks cool. You got some miscellaneous big stones in the bottom. I know this looks a little janky on top with the light just sitting like that and dangerous. I don't always do that. That's just for video purposes, to give you a better view of what's going on, as well as a nice bright light. I generally use the toppers that I build, the screen toppers on top of here with a light bar. But I wanted to show you the silencer. You see how when I pull that out, it gets loud. Now, living with other people, they don't always like to hear the loud water flow. So I use nets in place of that. I will be building something else to put in place of the nets to silence the water, but for right now, that's what it is. Let's jump back to the filtration for a second here. I didn't open this up and show you guys. Inside we have an intake sponge, which I had to finagle it and cut it in half because I was using the sponges for other things. We have another sponge right here. I have a little piece of sponge here. That's just kind of like miscellaneous. But another sponge filter here. And this is actually still the original hang on the back cartridge. I haven't officially made the switch over, which I do plan to. The only problem is I have so many of these bag filters on hand. And I may just start using them as media bags, just throwing them in the water and whatnot so I can collect bacteria. However, that's the rundown on the filter right now. Oh, and I did forget to mention that it does have an intake sponge. I just put that on not too long ago. So we'll be maximizing the amount of beneficial bacteria that we're growing here on this filter, as well as not allowing little pieces of plant debris to get sucked into the intake. So that's what that is. Since we seem to be talking about the turtle tank right now, I think it'd be the perfect time to recap to the last video just to finish this up. I didn't get to the 5-in-1 test strips, testing for the general hardness, the carbonate hardness, the pH, the nitrite, and the nitrates. This kit includes test strips. I believe it's about 25 test strips. I'm not sure. I think it's, yeah, 25 test strips. And I'm going to go ahead and read those, do a reading. But before I do that, we're going to go back to the API ammonia test kit. Now, when I was off camera, I did get a sample of the water and I tested it. And when we go down to the card here, you're matching this up. It looks like we're at 0.50 parts per million as far as the ammonia goes in this fish tank, which is not too bad, but it could be a little bit better. We'll work on that a little bit. But now, on to the 5-in-1 test strips. What we're to do is to take one test strip and we're to put it straight down into the water. Now, we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to pull it out vertically like that, not wiping off any water. So I've dipped it into the water and I've brought it back out, and now we're testing. Looks like the general hardness of the water is about 60 parts per million. Looks like the pH is about 6.0. Let's see, the carbonate hardness is 0. The nitrite is about 1. And the nitrate, I would say it's probably about at 80 to 160. Now that's how we will test with these test strips. Hope that helps you out. And just to finish this off, you can see that we have the big goldfish in the back. Her name is Molly. She's been with us for quite some time. She started out just like one of these little pep squeaks right here, but just kept getting bigger and bigger. The overall general hardness of the water in this aquarium is mid-range. As it was shown in the clip, it was 60 parts per million. I have even had it higher, on the higher end, but I'm looking for ways right now to soften the water, if you will. Here's a perfect example. You see Cherry there swimming, and his shell actually has hard water calcium deposits. Let me grab him. Come here. Has hard water calcium deposits on the top. Now I've been using apple cider vinegar mixed with tank water and a toothbrush to get some of those off. That's the main reason why I'd like to soften the water, because the turtles will sit up here and bask, and when that water just dries on their shell, it leaves those hard calcium deposits. Also take notice of the very top rim of the glass there on the tank. That too also has hard buildup of water. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions on products or chemicals or whatever it may be that I can use to soften this water, please let me know. That's all there really is for the test strips. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Next week on the Lazy River, I'm going to be showing you how to make these screen toppers. We're going to show you all the tools that you need, the steps in making them. It's something that you won't want to miss. So until next time, guys, take care and stay lazy. Peace out.